When people say that a person is dead, a jnani sees it as only a freedom from illusion. The illusion is to consider oneself as a man or a woman. The food material gets ready first, and from that appears a living being. The animal is named as per the form of the food material. Its body is the transformed food, which sustains the consciousness. There is hunger and thirst as long as there is consciousness. When you accept your Guru's words, be firm. Otherwise you will go on groping, saying, Hari, Hari. The experience of being alive is a cheat. Still you love it. It does not last forever. However healthy you may become by eating healthy food, you are bound to become weak and shaky when you are old. Think about it. That is viveka. Surrender to your consciousness, which says Jaya Guru. Taking yourself as the body introduces the idea of being a doer or appearing young or old. When you say that your body changes but not you, that is viveka. The touch of I am is in the present moment. It is necessary to hear or read scriptures, but it should match with the knowledge received from Guru. I am exactly as described in the scriptures and as heard from the Guru. When I vanishes, what remains is the truth. Becoming one with Ishvara is yoga. After their union, both vanish, and one who witnesses it is Yogendra. One who desires God is a devotee. In Marathi, Yaad means remembering. The center of all memories is Yaadvendra, and its knower is Krishna. Body means Prakriti, in which resides the Purusha. All actions are because of Prakriti, and their knower is Purusha. Consciousness knows prana. Prana mixed with consciousness experiences everything. Both have no form. As long as you take yourself to be your body, there will be no happiness of any kind. You must ruminate on what you have heard and apply viveka or discrimination. Consciousness exists because of Purusha and prana because of Prakriti. Both are in the body. The knower Prakriti and Purusha is liberated. In reality, Prakriti and Purusha are not different. The Guru is the very breath of prana. In body, we feel the presence of God as I am. Have conviction that your identity is as per the Guru's words. Surrender to prana, God, which means give up your identification with the body. Consciousness is the knower of prana. When it loves to remain thought-free, the meditation goes on round the clock. Give attention to the center of prana, and that is to be done only by prana. The eternal peace is a great achievement. The real rest is when both Prakriti and Purusha are forgotten. By practicing Dhyan Yoga, the concept I am someone is forgotten. You must develop the devotedness of heart for success in meditation. When consciousness gives attention to prana, the latter becomes silent and both unite in samadhi. When Prakriti and Purusha unite in quietude, it is known as Yoga Nidra or yogic sleep. What you read in books must be verified with your own experience of the self. When deep sleep became slightly conscious with the appearance of I am, that resulted in a great experience. Consciousness suddenly becomes the universe and we experience our world. Find out why and how this consciousness is an illusion. Experience of the experiencer vanishes along with the experiencer. With your feeling, I am awake, the world is also seen. Hold on to the consciousness due to which you are conscious. The operation performed after giving chloroform is not painful. If a man dies when unconscious, will he be sorry? If you are totally absorbed in listening to this talk, you will forget the world and be in the most natural state called the sahaja state. This is a great gain. The reward of devotion to the Guru is self-realization. Live in the present moment, because that is where you have the touch of I am. Give attention to gold, realize Brahman. In essence, you are no different from Brahman, but you imagine yourself to be a body. With this misidentification, you believe in sin and merit. Also, you believe yourself to be a victim of circumstances. The main thing is identification with the body and being a man or woman. It is a mistake, even to consider yourself to be a human. In reality, you are only pure consciousness, which is listening now. You blacken it with the body identity, which is improper. Your life is unfolding unknowingly. That is its nature. In this world, the first knowledge is by hearing. Thereby you know your existence. The seeds of knowledge are atomic. Nonetheless, they create this big world. Your form, which you imagine, does not remain the same. In fact, you are neither the living nor the one who dies. The question of birth and death appears due to the body identity. Your sense of being is the result of the movement of the three qualities, sattva, rajas, and tamas. But it is all momentary. There is happiness and unhappiness only because of your sense of being. But this consciousness is bound to go, like the extinguishing of a flame. The fire of knowledge is the greatest of all types of fire. Does the sun know its brightness? Whether it is more or less? But in your light you can judge the brightness of other lights. There is no effort involved in this judging. Your seeing and knowing should become one. The three qualities of restraining, tamas, activating, rajas, and illuminating, sattva, are in operation in all human beings. Your consciousness is responsible for all your knowledge and activities. In this world, how are different types of machines manufactured, houses built, and roads constructed? Because of your consciousness. You have many needs and you have to seek employment. Your needs make you work for 8 or more hours daily. You almost become like a slave due to your needs. You will be free of all this trouble when you realize that you are not the body, but the bodiless, free consciousness. Your real life is that due to which you are conscious. Know this by heart. This discourse is to tell you what you are in essence. What your mind imagines is not lasting. The ideas of me and mine cannot leave you, as that is the nature of your qualities. Now, catch hold of the most important thing, and that is your consciousness. Live without any expectations. Then you will be without any attachment. Know that you really do not have any needs. Your true nature is always full and complete. Do not disturb it with your mind. You need backing from God, the God you believe in. It does not mean that you really know what God is. Vishnu, Rama, Krishna, etc. are names of the bodies in which truth was realized. Hence, they are revered. If any devotee insists, he or she sees these gods in vision. But who is responsible for these visions other than yourself? Your imagination has no place in reality. Your inner greatness remains undisturbed by your ignorance about it. To do or not to do is not in your hands. The activities will happen as needed or destined. When you get established in your own self, all your desires will vanish. Brahma and Vishnu are the names of your inner limbs. All living beings are guided by their natural needs. On what does your world and its knowledge depend? Of course, on the consciousness that has appeared unknowingly. One may say I am going into the finer aspect. Here the word fine applies to what? That applies to knowledge. It is the knowledge that we exist, or our consciousness. It has no color and no form, but only the eye, taste. It is also called the memory. We are. How is your consciousness related to you? When the scene made by the 5 elements is no more, we cannot call it as death. If you are not the body, how can you die? If you are not the body, how will you look? Think about it. Remembering what you have heard and meditating on it is a great penance. This discourse is a lesson for the listener how to practice spirituality. Thereby you will go on changing until there is no scope for any further change. The truth is without any taste or without the sense of being. Be aware of your true self. Presently you are taking yourself to be the body which should be forgotten. As much as you may try, you cannot remain as a man or woman permanently. The 5 elements of the body will merge into the outer 5 elements. Although you may not understand this, there is something in you that understands. That something is responsible for your existence, and the understanding of that will make changes in you at the right time. With your attention on the goal, you will realize prana, or full Brahman. Your mind needs some kind of support for standing up. You need something other than yourself in hand in order to know you are. In other words, when you are really alone, you do not know your presence. Guru's grace is required in order to succeed in meditation with your attention on the goal. You can call it Guru's meditation and say you are meditating on the Guru. That is best, in case attention is not possible on the goal. Some people select Vishnu, Krishna, or Kali as the goal. The whole living world is the expression of your consciousness. In the body it is only a witness, and all activities happen due to prana. The mind, intellect, and individual soul are various names of prana. There is no division between consciousness and prana. They are together in every body. Hence, with propitiation of prana, self-realization is a must. Hence, for your spiritual well-being, worship and propitiate prana. Then, worship of the self will happen spontaneously. This is because prana is a must for the existence of consciousness. Both of them are formless. Ultimately, they vanish from the body but do not die. There can be no death for the bodiless. You are not living with your true identity. Your attachment to your me and mine does not allow you to know yourself. At least remember what Prakriti and Purusha are. When it is said, God is my soul or prana, what do these words mean? Be one with prana. Prana means movement. Consciousness is the knower of this movement. Both of them merge into the Absolute. A sage's most enjoyable time is when prana leaves the body. It is said that if you stand at the doorstep of God even for a moment, you achieve all the four kinds of liberation. It means on the final day of leaving, if you give attention to self even for a moment, you are liberated. If you criticize your guru with foul words, you will be the one who suffers. One who gives you a mantra saying, "You and I are one," and frees you of all ignorance, how can you blame him? The guru has given the mantra not to a man or a woman, but to the consciousness that is listening. The individual soul is full, but it is suffering due to fear of death. Compassion arises in sages when they see the unnecessary suffering of their devotees. Who is God? With your eyes you see the moon. But what do you see in between? It is space. The space cannot be seen. In the same way, your own light that enables you to see is also invisible. The reason is, both are one. This means you are space. The space is body of consciousness, and you are that which is beyond. At first there is the sense of being, and then the dark blue or the light of consciousness. Then follows the space, followed by the remaining four elements. All these appear in this order. A jnani investigates what this consciousness or knowingness is, and he knows what it is due to. The knower of consciousness and its origin is called a jnani, which means a knower. Just as when the king is present in his kingdom, everything goes on smoothly. Mere presence of a jnani is enough. He has no duties to perform. He does not follow any pattern of behavior. Prior to your birth, you did not know your existence, since you existed as the eternal, peaceful Absolute. Your sense of being appeared only a few years after your birth. Your beingness is the quality of sattva shakti of your food body. That shakti is the creator, but his knower is pure and vijnana. Compare this with what you are. A jnani has no knowledge, as he is beyond it. He cannot describe his exact nature. A vijnani has no identity, and he is beyond consciousness. On the other hand, the ignorant identifies with his body, that which he is not. He comes to know his existence only because of the body, as his sense of being is the quality of the sattva body. In the initial stages, an advanced seeker identifies with the consciousness. Although it is said that all remedies do more harm than good, the only remedy for you is chanting of mantra. Your consciousness will become very bold and powerful in direct proportion to your faith in your Guru. Then you will never feel helpless, because in consciousness there is no individuality. Your Guru has reminded you that you are nothing but the Self. Have complete faith in him for quicker success. Your consciousness will torture you if you take your Guru as his body. The one who observes Guru as residing in his or her consciousness is liberated in this very life. The real surrender is to live as if there is no body. If you have already surrendered, stay put right there. Live with the awareness that your consciousness, which is capable of moving the entire existence, is in your body. Remember that your actions like eating, hearing, etc. are not really yours, but of prana in the presence of your consciousness. To offer everything to Brahman means to be nirguna, or attributeless. Are the 5 elements affected by any good and bad qualities? Without knowing a disciple's faith, the higher knowledge cannot be given. There should be use of suitable words which the listener can understand. If your consciousness is pure, the places of pilgrimage will get sanctified by your visit. The purity of consciousness is the ultimate, and there is nothing in this world purer than that. To be self-realized is to attain the highest in holiness. Then one goes beyond any need for others' company. One who is proud of being realized is nothing but ignorant. How can the pride remain when one comes to know that nothing exists? Who is God? God means full contentment. You hear people saying God got propitiated, there was well-being, contentment, and the work was completed. Love means our need to exist. Love is infinite and boundless. When you ask any question, is it with your body identity or without? Love is the unknowingly known nous, I am, which is formless and without caste and creed. The pure quality of sattva is love, due to which we feel our existence. A jnani does not compete with anyone. Hence there is no abuse, envy, or jealousy. Who will hate a jnani? Only those who are raw due to their body identity. They cannot understand what he says. Hence, there is no question of following him. What is meant by an offering to Brahman? It means whatever appears or whatever is seen has no existence. Is it not? One who knows this is a jnani. This can happen with Guru's grace. Never consider the attributeless, formless Guru as his body. What you are hearing now is one's direct knowledge after self-realization. It is not hearsay knowledge. Whose voice or sound is it? How and why was it created? Your voice is really not yours, but of others. This voice is of the Vedas or of prana. Your sitting posture should not just be of body, but of consciousness. In the form of the 5 elements and the 3 qualities, there is only love or self-love. The worship of the Guru is a must for opening your inner eyes, which are not the physical eyes. What is seen without the normal eyes is proper. With closed eyes, you see deep blue color, which vanishes when the eyes open. Trust your guru, and never take him to be the body. When your beingness, which is the quality of sattva, is known, there will be complete surrender to Brahman. Really speaking, you cannot talk, as word is the quality of space. You are not even space, but beyond it. Our Guru Deva used to say that although you could be 50 or 100 years old, you are only a child for me. Your sense of being was dormant in the womb, and you are as you were in the womb even now. You have seen the deep blue. Will you remember it? When you sang the bhajans, you utter the word Ganesh Yama, which means deep blue. Don't sing mechanically, but remember its secret meaning. Your posture should be the thoughts and consciousness by making them steady. Mere body posture is inferior and not adequate. In this world, there is vast knowledge of science and other subjects, and there is continuous learning. One can also learn to do miracles. I did not study all that. Based on the Guru's command, I only studied the self. For me, all other learning lost their meaning. In the absence of faith in the Guru, you will go on changing gurus. Visit Mahatmas and various places of pilgrimage, attending available lectures. Having complete faith in the Guru will free you of the need to go anywhere. I am eternal is true knowledge. You can only be consciousness of that which changes. The changeless cannot come in the grasp of consciousness. The changeless is eternal and without any qualities. Hence, it is beyond understanding. I am this or that is only a borrowed feeling, as it is not permanent. The knower of this eternal. All needs accompany the body, and they leave with it. Whatever is known, all concepts. When all your tendencies or mental modifications vanish, what will you do? And whatever you do will only be impermanent. How long would that last is irrelevant. Whatever you possess is going to vanish without a trace. Then where is the question whether you possess anything or not? In reality, you are not that who claims to have understood or not. One who has not known what one is and how will not criticize anyone. As long as you have a name and form on account of the three qualities, you have no direct self-knowledge. While talking about qualities, are you in them or outside? In the absence of self-knowledge, one becomes a tale-bearer, creating misunderstanding between parties. Due to your body identity, you attack others with words. In reality, the consciousness is one and the same in all living beings, and it is as sacred as God. Then, who can abuse whom? Do you wish to criticize others until you are realized? You will be as great and worthy as you see or treat your Guru. Guru means consciousness. Guru means Parabrahman. Atman means I, the luminous. Consciousness is the form or body of Ishvara. Behave like God, which means like a human without any bad qualities. The thought you are is the soul of this world. Always remember this. Keep aside all those books which you have read. As you do not take your guru's teaching seriously, you need help of other spiritual practices. All happenings are in God and due to God. You have nothing to do with all that. Remembering the Guru's words, round the clock is to be one with the self. Whether the jnani leaves his body now or after 1,000 years, there is no profit or loss for him. The trust in the Guru and in his words is of the highest importance, and it is the ultimate, needing no further conformity. Guru's wisdom is pure, formless, and beyond human intellect. The worldly knowledge originates from words. When you do not know you are, is there any world for you? Is there any sun or moon? Because you consider yourself to be only a few feet tall, you cannot imagine the greatness of your consciousness. All this is impermanent, and only its knower is permanent. This is true knowledge. Whatever you believe yourself to be, its result affects you. If you live as Brahman, that is bound to be your destiny. If your consciousness says that it is full Brahman, what else can you be? When our consciousness, which is so small, shines slightly, it becomes luminous, showing the formidable world. All objects are made of the light of your consciousness. How can you destroy them? While in the body be vast and free. In the inner globe of consciousness, or the astral globe, the outer vast world is packed. Although the world is inside, it appears outside. How can such a small space accommodate a huge world? Since it is not feasible, the world is false and only appears to exist. Only a vast, huge world can be created from the minuscule consciousness. Hence, the world is illusory, and only Brahman is true. The rising of the sun in the morning is the seed of the day. With the sun, there is morning and also time. The sun means time, as its position in the sky indicates the time. Among millions, only a rare one can reach the root or the seed of Atman. He is unbeatable in any argument. Have conviction as to what this consciousness is and abide there firmly. This is meditation and what is expected of a true seeker. As long as one has any expectation of a personal gain, there cannot be any realization of the truth. The word Atman means I, or the bodiless consciousness. We feel our presence due to the combination of body, prana, and consciousness. Our consciousness, which is formless, is due to the body, which has form. Your experience of pain and pleasure is the result of your believing yourself to be the body. Prior to the birth of Rama, from the scripture Ramayana, existed the infinite and timeless Rama, who is worshipped even by Lord Shankar. There is mention of this in our oldest scriptures. The spiritual teacher is termed as the Guru. It is the teacher's consciousness which is the Guru, and the same consciousness is also present in the disciples. The nature of self is happiness, and when we are happy, we are closer to self. Do you know that happiness is your very own true nature? The self and happiness are not two but one. But you must have real knowledge of the self. The worship of the Guru means to follow his instructions strictly. Your Guru wants you to worship your consciousness, which means to meditate on it. Hold your consciousness by itself and not by intellect. A body identification is an obstruction to true happiness. Our true nature is beyond consciousness and also beyond all qualities. Space is the body of consciousness. As space is fearless, so is your consciousness. Inspiration means light, the light of your consciousness. When you close your eyes, you see a shade. Sages have called it as Savala Rama, or the dark complexion Rama. Similarly, what you see without eyes is Ganashyama, or the dark complexion Krishna. Have you seen him? Hence, Rama and Krishna are within us, and we are a storehouse of our own happiness. You must sing bhajans in non-duality. Out of all your memories and knowledge, the ones worth remembering are only Satguru's words. They are, you are neither the body nor anything like it, but you are that due to which the body is alive, and you are that formless, stainless, dynamic, pure Brahman. There is unlimited happiness when the body is forgotten. If you have faith in the Guru's words, your consciousness will take care of all your needs. If your inner Guru has a liking for devotion, Lord Yama, Lord of Death, becomes helpless. This body appears to Param Atman. Hence, consciousness is called Atman. There is a possibility of seeing fearful visions which cannot disturb one who is the Guru's true disciple. Atman is happiness itself. But one experiences unhappiness by taking himself or herself to be the body. Do not try to get benefited as an individual, but only as the manifested, because the individual is false and what is true is the manifestation. The individual is restricted with a separate body, but vast space is the body of the manifested. While you are in the body, feel free and vast. I am the pure, formless Hansa, swan, which finally merges into Paramhansa. Whatever remains in your inner core and touches you causes you pain or pleasure. Let your Guru's words affect you in the same manner. The consciousness that listens to this is seen by you without seeing. It is the deep blue Ganashyama. You should clearly be able to see the seed in you, which grows into the world. That should become your own experience. A devotee's true religion is full trust in the Guru. Living in millions of bodies, Atman is free of stains. Therefore, you need not worry about the purity or impurity of the body. There is also no need to change your lifestyle and renounce the world. Then your consciousness will start talking to you, and you will have true knowledge of what love is. The concept of death will only be a joke for you. Stick to my words that you have no form other than consciousness. Do all your activities but without any worry. Remember that worry kills your intellect and energy. The appearance and disappearance of God in your body is spontaneous.